Hello and welcome. My name's Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind the Country Chic Cottage. So today we're going to go a little bit 3D. We're going to talk about puff HTV. So if you remember like the puff paint craze of like the 80s and 90s, this takes it to a whole new level with HTV that puffs up once it's pressed to your garment. And the puff on this stuff is frankly pretty amazing. So let's take a look at the supplies we're going to use, and then I'm going to make this shirt with puff HTV. So I really love this, especially for like super simple designs, because although this design is simple, once I make it out of that puff HTV, it takes it to a whole new level, and all of a sudden it looks stunning and amazing, and it's all with one product, one simple cut, and a simple t-shirt. So let's take a look at those supplies. All right, so I'm using the Walla Cut puff, and I'm going to use orange. There are several colors available. Pick the color that you like. But that's the puff that I'm going to use. Other puff HTVs work similarly. I've found that this particular brand sticks best to a Cricut green mat instead of a blue mat. And then I'm going to use a 100% cotton shirt, and I'm going to use my Explore Air 2 to cut this. So what we're going to do, this is white on one side and the color that you are using on the other. The white side is actually shiny and the color side is actually more matte. However, the color side is what goes against the matte. So you will need to remember that when using this product. I think a lot of times you hear a shiny side against the matte, and that is not true. If you want to check that ever on any product you're using, I take the corner and I just peel back a little piece. And I can see that in this case, the liner is down on the mat, the clear liner. So you want the clear liner down onto the mat, which in this case is really not the shiny side. And I just like to make sure it's stuck down really well. So now we're ready to cut, and you do want to mirror your design in this case. And I find that just the regular HTV setting on my Cricut works. So I just use the iron-on setting in this case with the Explore Air 2, but just the regular setting that I would cut regular HTV on works fine from what I've found. So let's go ahead and cut this into our shape, and then we'll take a look at weeding it. So now I'm ready to cut. I'm going to load my mat into my Cricut machine. Then we'll just press the go button to cut. Then once it's done cutting, we'll just remove the mat. Now let's take a look at weeding. Weeding is similar to any HTV, so you're just going to weed away all the excess from around the outside, as well as things like the centers of any letters. And as you can see, it weeds fairly easily. The same is just about any HTV. I don't find a ton of difference in the puff versus regular HTV. Then once your design is completely weeded, it's time to press it onto our shirt. Let's take a look at pressing this with our heat press. All right, I went ahead and pre-pressed this shirt just to remove any moisture. And I have my heat press set at 305, and we're going to press this for 10 seconds, medium pressure. So this does call for medium, even pressure. So I'm going to use a heat press to accomplish that. You might be able to get the same result with the easy press, but I would definitely use one that would cover your entire design and not, a small one where you would have to move it. So I have my design located, and now I'm going to take this over the heat press and press it. And it is a hot peel. So just as soon as we take it off, we're going to peel back the carrier sheet on the top. So now let's take a closer look at just how much this puffs up now that it's off the press and that carrier sheet is off. It's pretty amazing in person, and I hope you can tell on camera just how much of a puff you get with this product. It can make an amazing addition to your crafts. Like, this is just a word pressed on a shirt and it looks so good now that it's off the press. So I think you'll agree that the Puff HTV looks amazing. Like, it really, really stands off the shirt, even more than a flocked HTV. So if you've ever used flocked HTV, this stands up even more off the shirt. Now, they do recommend washing it inside out with cold water, gentle cycle. So you will want to note that on anything you make for yourself or that you make to give to others or sell. And then I will also say this, it's good for like cotton, uncoated polyester, fabric blends like polyester, acrylic, that type of thing, but no nylon. They specifically say that. So I used it on a 100% cotton shirt. It worked amazing, but just note that you wouldn't want to use something that's nylon with this. But otherwise, buy that Puff HTV, have fun, create some amazing projects. I really think you're gonna love it. And it's a super fun product to just like give it a try once at least, just to see what it'll do. So head to the description below and you'll find all the links for the supplies I used. If you're watching on computer, you might have to click show more. If you're watching on mobile, you might have to swipe up to see the list. If you have any comments, questions, anything at all, drop down in the comment section, ask away. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have Cricut videos every week and I know you don't want to miss any of them. Thank y'all so much for joining me and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.